Your 14-year-old daughter is drawing on her skin and picking her feet. Is that self-harm? Well, we're going to talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families live happier lives. I lead two organizations, Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization Child and Teen Counseling, both here in Woodland Hills, California. Every Wednesday at noon, I jump onto Facebook Live to answer your parenting questions. Let's jump into today's. Recently, my 14-year-old daughter has taken to drawing on herself and picking the skin off the bottom of her feet. I've heard that this could be a form of self-harm. As far as I can see, she's not cutting herself or doing anything like that. I'm wondering if I should be worried though. Also, it's just kind of gross. Any techniques to get her to stop? Thank you for your question. So what is self-harm? For those of you just watching going, well, what is self-harm? Self-harm is basically the intentional injuring of someone's skin, someone's body, without the intention of suicide. Suicide is generally not a part of self-harm. I'm not saying it can't be, but generally, suicide and self-harm are two separate entities. Self-harm is very serious. Self-harm could include, things like cutting oneself, burning oneself, scratching oneself, banging your head against the wall. It's not an exhaustive list right there, but those are some common things that you may want to consider. So the good news is you're not seeing any evidence of that. If you were seeing evidence of her cutting herself, burning yourself, scratching yourself, you need to get her to see a therapist right away. That's something that's important to deal with, and it doesn't just heal and go away on its own. It's not just a phase. So the good news is she's drawing on herself. My question is, what is she drawing? Is she drawing like lines as if they were cuts? If they are, that may be a red flag because one of the treatments of cutting is having the person draw on themselves the red marks instead of cutting, they're drawing. It's not the end game. It's not where they want to be, but it's the step to get there. So that's one of the, so if she's cutting herself, then it looks like, if she's drawing on herself, that looks like cutting. That's something you might want to explore with her a little more. But if she's drawing anime pictures, if she's drawing, words and, if it's just art, like tattooing, that may not be a form of self-harm. That may just be boredom or just some, basic anxiety, much like someone who's picking their nose, biting their nails, twirling their hair. Those can be, this may be in that ballpark. And if that is, that's a much better ballpark to be in than self-harm. So how do you help this girl? What I would do is first talk to her about it, see how she feels about it. She may be doing it unconsciously. She may not even realize she's doing it. But that means we need to get her something that she can focus on. If this is a possible outlet of boredom and mild anxiety, let's channel some of this into, healthy creative outlets, healthy physical outlets. Could be like knitting. Knitting, I've found for so many clients, especially girl clients, really get into knitting as this really positive outlet for them. And in fact, many clients who've had trichotillomania, which is the hair pulling, this obsessive pulling of hair. When they get into knitting, they stop pulling their hair. So I think that's an effective way to treat it. So it could be knitting. It could be having her go outside and shoot hoops in the basketball hoop in the front yard. It could be helping her walk the dog more, drawing more. Get that girl some paper and pens and let her go at it and have a great time. Maybe that she's bored and she's not having enough social interaction, getting her socially involved. There's a lot of ways to get her into these things. Also, if she's picking her feet and it's causing scabs and sores, you can help her understand that. But if she's not really feeling a problem with it, if she goes, my feet don't hurt, you may have to wait till her feet hurt. It's not the end of the world if she's picking the skin of her feet. I know it's kind of gross. But you may deal with it like you would picking your nose. Hey, you can't pick your feet at the dinner table. I'm sorry, it's just unacceptable. Please go wash your hands. If you feel that the talk with her about this is really difficult, again, possibly seeking a therapist to help, bridge the gap may be effective with this. What else I want to say one more thing. I'm forgetting it. See, when you go live, you just never know what you're going to forget. But as soon as I hit off, I forgot to say this. Anyways, I can't remember what it is. We're just going to continue. That's kind of how I'd approach it. if yeah, I just feel like that last thing is going to come, but it's not coming. So I'm just going to wrap it up. Again, my name is Ken Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and Child Teen Counseling. This is Tips on Teens. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com. If you have any comments on this, feel free to make comments below. We love your comments. Thanks for sharing. I will see you next Wednesday at Facebook Live at noon. Thanks again. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.